Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to get all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Rule well, and the great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful Lord witness, edifying. This another edition of the measured out of time diligently in itself. Measured out of time diligently. I'm gonna get it started.
You said you've looked into UFO cases in Australia. Tell me about the cases in Australia.
There are two cases in Australia that I've specifically looked at. One was back in the 70s with a family, the Knowles family, who were traveling through Perth, and they actually, while they were on the road, a UFO came down and landed on the roof of their car and lifted their car off of the road. And every member of the family had the same story to tell. There were, the tires blew out. There was damage to the car. So something happened. And there were other witnesses to this as well. So this is a very dramatic case out of Australia. For every one of these military UFO encounters, there's 100 civilians from all over the world who report seeing these things. So I wanted to focus on those individuals, give them a voice, show the world that everyday people are having these experiences, including an entire chapter dedicated to an individual in Sydney, Australia. So, I mean, this touches a deeply personal level for people all over the world.
I'm Richard Southern. Happy Friday. What's lurking up there in the sky? Here's a really interesting story. A Russian cosmonaut who is currently up there on the International Space Station right now has suggested he may have filmed a UFO in orbit. I want to show you the video he posted. This happened when he was filming the Aurora Borealis. He was doing a time lapse. Just into the time lapse, there's a few objects that appear. We're going to freeze it for you so you can get a good look at it. 5 objects appear flying alongside each other with the same distance in between them. Ivan Wagner, the cosmonaut in question, tweeted, quote, "What do you think these are? Meteorites, satellites, or ... He suggested they may have been, quote, space guests. Whatever they were obviously arranged in a clear, angled line. The cosmonaut says he sent his video to the authorities in Russia for further evaluation.
Scientists have detected the largest black...
Let me go get the presets. I wasn't trying to do that. I'm trying to do it like this. Oh, I might have messed up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, this is Luke chapter 25, 21 and verse 25. It say, "And there shall be signs in the heaven, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. With perplexity, the seas and waves roaring, men's hearts shall fail them with fear. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." Verse 27, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory." And that's what the Lord gonna come back in, those chariots which y'all seeing, man. You know, that's how the Lord coming back. This is Zechariah chapter, I'm gonna pull the whole thing up. Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1, it say, "I turned and lifted up my eye and looked, and behold, a flying roll." Now, the first man-made flying craft was the damn airplane by them 2 American brothers or whoever, you know, I forgot their name. The Wright brothers, if I'm not mistaken. And they built the first airplane. So what was flying? It was flying objects in what people are saying the word biblical times, man. You know, it say, "Then I turned and lifted up my eye and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse. This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. And we know the number one thief of the world is you so-called Edomites, man. You know, it say into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, Esau, Edom, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and it shall consume it with the timber thereof, and with the stones thereof. Then that, well, that's pretty much it on it. Let's go back to the video.
Hole or collapsed star in the universe, billions of light years from Earth. It is thought it was created when two giant black holes smashed into each other, creating a blast 8 times the energy of the sun, sending shockwaves through our universe.
Let me get another one, because they don't know what the hell going on out there out of space. Neither do we, so we don't even bother that, you know. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. It say, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babbling, and oppositions of science, falsely so called. You know, so we avoid things like this, what they finna get into, because it's vain.
Black holes are the monsters of the universe. Their gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. They suck in all that's around them, destroying stars and planets in their wake. This pipe in Louisiana is actually part of a sophisticated black hole detecting network of instruments. It detects gravity waves, ripples in space-time. Recently, it detected a black hole that was so large it shouldn't exist.
When we saw this for the first time, that it was such a heavy object, of course this was incredibly exciting because it really pushes to the limits our understanding of the origin of these black holes and opens up new ways of investigating, you know, the creation and the evolution of such massive stellar objects.
See, they believe in creation and evolution, but we know that the Lord created the heavens and the earth, man. And he didn't create them in vain, so it ain't, stars are not up there blowing up and exploding and black holes swallowing up different galaxies. That shit ain't happening, man. You know, I just don't believe in the scriptures further give me reasons not to believe that's not happening, man. You know, this just what Esau hoping. You know, Esau like destruction and different things of that nature. Esau don't know what the fuck going on, man. This devil don't know what's going on, man. You know, he trying to figure those different things out, man. Because if he can figure out the length, you know, if he can measure the outer space and, you know, measure the depths of the sea, Israel will cease from being a nation, man. But he can't, man. You know. But he's scratching and clawing trying to, man. But it ain't gonna work, man.
A black hole is created when a star collapses in on itself, but the new one was too large to being produced that way. Instead, scientists think it was a merger of two black...
Because that ain't what's happening, man. A star collapsed in on itself, man. These people crazy, man. They don't know what the fuck going on out there, man. You know, that's above our... damn, I forgot that scripture. It say, you can't consider the Lord ways because they above our thought, roughly paraphrasing. You know, his thoughts are above our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. But all that, what they talking about right now, that avoid this, man. You know, don't even pay it no mind.
Black holes to produce one that was 85 times the mass of our sun. And scientists observed it merging with another black hole to produce an even larger monster of 142 solar masses. That sent a shockwave across the universe with the explosive power of 8 suns, powerful enough to have been detected 100 billion trillion miles away on Earth.
The discovery suggests that across the vastness of space, black holes merge often and keep merging to become bigger and bigger.
I never know when I watch those stories whether to be incredibly excited or incredibly terrified.
I
find it so hard to get my head around it.
I thought when it said two huge pieces of energy smashing into each other, creating a blast 8 times the energy of the sun, that was about this election, the Biden-Trump.
Like it, like it.
Key time right now, 6:55. A growing dent in Earth's magnetic field could impact satellites and spacecraft.
And the spot is called the South Atlantic Anomaly. It's being monitored by NASA. The magnetic field acts as a shield, protecting us from solar wind, which comes with particles, also radiation. According to the space agency, the dent is allowing those particles to get closer than before. This could have a negative effect as satellites pass through the area, knocking out their computers and interfering with data collection. So scientists are also monitoring how the South Atlantic anomaly could affect our own atmosphere. At least for now, NASA says it won't affect us here on Earth. Now this.
So I didn't just leave that to go chase monsters and ghosts. You know, I'm not stupid. I'm a pretty savvy guy. I've been brought into a group of people, and I'm a big part of a mechanism that is absolutely profound and already started changing the world, and it's going to do a lot more.
The US government is creating a new task force to investigate UFO sightings. It comes just months after the Pentagon declassified 3 videos captured by Navy pilots showing unidentified flying objects. It's exciting news for Ryan.
And these are not unidentified flying objects or area phenomena. They are COLs, man. Chariots of the Lord, man. That's what you seeing, man. That's what you witnessing, man. But right before you, man.
Greg, who has spent years interviewing people who've had encounters with UFOs. Earlier today, I spoke to him about what he thinks the task force could uncover.
So when you look at, like, for me, like, you know, would I leave rock and roll just to go do something that there's no data for, and that it's just like pie in the sky and we're just imagining things? No, why would? I mean, that's insane. If you track what To the Stars Academy has done, you know, starting with the videos coming out in the New York Times, and then it moved on to the Navy admitted they were real, and that's a lot of work behind the scenes from To the Stars. Just a lot of guys on our team had to work hard to get to that point, and then a year later the Department of Defense admitted these things were real, and then published the videos in a more formal way, in a capacity where people can get to them and see them and this and that. Those steps are just gigantic. I mean, nothing has happened in like 70 years on this topic that's substantial.
For 70 plus years, it was filled with stigma and ridicule and little green men in flying saucers. But now that the governments around the world are taking it seriously, that says something. So the entire landscape of this conversation has changed. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that as time goes on, that something's happening in our skies and we cannot explain it.
So can you see
We can explain it, man. You know, I just told you what they was, man. We can explain these things, man.
pattern in people's experiences?
I would say the biggest pattern I've come across in terms of people's experiences is how the event affected their lives. You know, we could have the same similar shape of an object these people have seen, or, you know, a location where it occurred. But for me, it always comes down to the human, the individual having the experience and how it changes their lives. And for some, it's a spiritual experience. For some, it's a otherworldly experience. And that's what I found most interesting, is these patterns within society and culture and how those affect.
And when you see these things, you people, period, if you're not an elect, man, you seeing your destruction right before you, man. The vehicles that's going to carry out the destruction of these different militaries and these different fighter jets, man. And the further destroying of Babylon the Great, man, and other places where the Lord seems fit to hit with laser beams, man. That's what you seeing, man.
what people are seeing and their perception of what they're seeing. I'm excited to have the opportunity to bring these stories to the public that have never been made public before.
Are we learning more and more that UFOs probably exist out there and it's real?
Well, certainly the Department of Defense is trying to let us kind of ease us into something that's really happening. And now you can't say well, you can say UFO, but actually they're calling them unidentified aerial phenomena now, because anything can be flying around and you don't know what it is. But yeah, it seems to me that they're definitely easing us into an enlightened stage, because so many things happen and there are so many sightings that really never
You being enlightened to your destruction.
make it to the TV or never make it to the media that are out there. It's really unbelievable. And you know, there's a good, everybody's
And that's where you get that song that the slaves used to sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. There wasn't no planes back then, man. You know, that's where that song come from, man, because they knew about the chariots, man. They were spiritual back then, man, but we've been destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. You know, we discontinued from our heritage, man, and it's showing now, man. You know, but the Lord has renewed that spirit within us, and we know what's going on now, man.
asking the question, well, why don't they tell us? And why don't they?
Well, why don't they? Are they afraid it's going to scare us?
But it's pretty fascinating. I mean,
They don't tell you because the elite, they already know what it is, man. These international banking families, they know what's in those flying objects, man. Why you think they in their bunkers right now, man? Them niggas hiding right now, man. You know, them niggas then got into hide and go seek mode, man. Cause we gonna seek they ass out, man. You know, they ain't telling you, cause hey, you not a part of that circle, man. They don't give a damn about the rest of you Edomites, man. You just like us, man, but white, man.
the government thinks that we would all just panic, but it would dawn a new era, that's for sure. It would be the dawn of a new era.
With at least 2 billion stars in our universe, somewhere in deep space there are probably planets with civilizations built by living creatures.
The question. See what they say, attack from space. Yeah, you gonna be attacked from space by who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You say he gonna come in the clouds, man, in the glory of the Father, man.
Are we alone in the universe is a mystery that has baffled humankind. There have been many accounts of people who have witnessed unidentified flying objects, but there has never been a video quite like this.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
In April of this year, the Pentagon officially declassified 3 videos filmed by fighter pilots aboard the USS Nimitz
and we gonna get
USS
a video.
Roosevelt.
We gonna get a video better than that, man. It's plenty of videos, man, way better than that, man. And they know this, man. And those chariots that actually revealed themselves, man. It's videos of those chariots destroying shit, man. You know, it's videos of those chariots doing much more than just what they showing in black and white, man. Above the clouds, you can't really see nothing, man. You know, we gonna get one, man. It ain't destroying them, but it just popped up, man. Over Japan, man. All the brothers putting it up, man. You know. And that's not the only time that things like that happen. It's thousands upon thousands of videos of those different occurrences, man.
Videos appear to show an unidentified aircraft speeding through the sky.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that, man.
The videos have been widely considered as official documentation of a UFO.
It doesn't look like an airplane. It's hard to get any kind of a wing shape there. Certainly doesn't look like a flying saucer.
Jim Kidrick is the president and CEO of the San Diego Air and Space Museum. A former fighter pilot himself, Kidrick has always been interested in anything that takes flight.
Trying to identify it, figure out what it was, is the classic question we always ask ourselves.
That mystery of what was really out there has apparently been nagging top military officials too. On Friday, the Pentagon sent out this press release detailing the establishment of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, or UAP, task force.
Individuals, no preconceived notions of what they were seeing, and coming out on the other side believing we're not alone.
So skeptics would look at this and think, there's a certain type of person who'll believe in a UFO. Did you find that? Is there a certain type of person?
No. I mean, when we're talking about UFO witnesses, we all have these ideas of, people in the backwoods having these experiences. They've maybe had a few too many beers, but this is not the case. I've interviewed doctors, law enforcement, news reporters, everyone you can possibly think of, your barista at the coffee shop. These are the people having these experiences and being dramatically changed by them.
So you've had a UFO experience?
I have. I saw a UFO when I was a child, and I was terrified of what I saw. I could not explain it. My father witnessed this with me. He could not explain it, and it terrified me. And it kind of sent me on this path to try to find answers.
Mike Emanuel in Washington, in for Shannon Breen.
So like, and that was it on it. This Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse, let me pull it all up. Start at 1. It say, hear ye the word which Yahweh will speak unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed. And dismayed going to afraid. If you go into that word, matter of fact, let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's a concern and distress caused by something unexpected, man. Appalled, basically afraid, man. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Because those chariots, man, when you see those chariots in the sky, those are the signs in heaven, man. Also the blood moons and the different things that happen in the heavens. Those are the signs, man. At the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So yeah, you supposed to be afraid, man. Because this is your downfall. This is your destruction. Your downfall, man. This is Psalms chapter 80, 68 and verse 17. It say the chariot of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah 20,000, even thousands of angels. And Yahweh is among them as in Sinai and in the holy places. So when the Lord supposedly, like they say, came down and gave the law, statutes, and commandments to Moses, he was in a chariot, man. Because that's where they was in Sinai, Mount Sinai, when they got the law, statutes, and commandments, man. The Lord is among those chariots, those unidentified flying objects. Angels are among those unidentified flying objects. Thus said the Bible, man. This ain't nothing we making up, we elaborating. No, it's straight out the scriptures. Everybody say they believe in the Bible, man. But they don't believe in the Bible, because once you get to telling them stuff like this, they gonna be looking at you like you got 45 heads, man. Looking at you crazy, upside down, man, trying to figure out what the hell you talking about, man. But that's what this said the scripture, man. Isaiah 66 and verse 15 to say, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebukes with flames of fire. That's why I say, man, it's the curse. The scriptures say, I don't say nothing. This the curse that go above the face of the earth, man. The face of the world, roughly paraphrase. This that curse, man. And that's why we ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me get this in Kings with Elisha and Elijah. That's why we ain't got nothing to worry about when the enemy come in like a flood. Why? Because we protect, man. We got an Air Force too, man. We got an Air Force. We got protection, man, from on high, man. This is First Kings, or what is it? 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 14. It say, there sent he thither horses and chariots. These were regular chariot, wagon with wheels with horses pulling it, and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servants, what is this? Salakia. And when the servants of the man of Yahweh was risen early, the servant, and when the servant of the man of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed of the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do this? How shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed. That's who it was, Elisha, not Elijah. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eye that he may see. And the Lord Yahweh opened his eyes, and the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha, man. And so the Lord opened his man eyes to see the chariots, man, and the skies was full of chariots, man. You know, the angel encamped around about those that fear the Lord, man. So all we gotta do is fear the Lord, and guess what, man? Those chariots gonna be bagging us up, man. You know, we already crying unto the Lord. This nigga trying to take us, man, so to speak. You know, trying to rape us, man, and indoctrinate us and make us a part of his wicked society, man, with these chips and this vaccine and all this draconian laws and these draconian measures, man. So we crying unto the Lord, man. We fear the Lord, man. You know, we fear what the Lord gonna do to us if we partake in this man wicked society. So guess what the Lord gonna do, man? He say, set a mark upon those that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And we sighing and crying, man. You know, we serve the Lord with fear and we rejoice with trembling, man. You know, we'll get scared in a minute, especially when you messing up, man. You'll get scared. You'll be feeling like you gonna die. You'll be feeling like if you jump in your car, you're gonna have a bad, terrible wreck. And you know, you be thinking about all kind of shit, man. That's that fear of the Lord, man. Be on your ass, man. Especially when you mess up, man, or you do something wrong and you catch it like, damn, I was going off, and that be the Lord, man. You know. But we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. If we the other elect, Lord willing, we those, man, we gonna be protected, man. You know, and these heathens are the ones that need to be dismayed, man. I think that's all I had on this. Yep. But let's go get the video, man. We done with the that video. I should have it somewhere close. I done watched it 1,000 times today. You know, a lot of different brothers got it. There go a brother that got it. Look at, that's the chariot above it. That's the chariot. It's like that's the chariot, and it's two of them. Watch this. That one gonna disappear, but watch. Just watch. There go another one. There go another one. There go the other one. So it's two of them, man, and they flexing, man, flexing bad, man. You know. That shit ain't no I forgot what they call it. CGI and all the no, man. Those are chariots of the Lord, man. COLs, man. Told you what they is, man. Ain't nothing unidentified, man. You know, you want to get the understanding of it, come to the men of the Lord. We got you. You know. If you're an Israelite, you better repent. If you're a heathen, you gonna be even more terrified, man. You know. But matter of fact, I bring that out in a separate video. With that, man, Lord willing, it will edify. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, rule web, and a great example to the younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Lord witness, edifying to the next time. I want to say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, Abba, Shalom. And this another installment of Volume 3. I think I did 3 of them. If not, I changed this Volume 3 of Measured Out of Time Diligently in itself, man. Measured Out of Time Diligently, Volume 3. Shalom.